Today we're going to be talking about the venerable, famous, and often discussed fruit cake. It's a king of cakes and also a very controversial cake. But in terms of geology, it's a great cake because we can discuss making a sedimentary rock out of a fruit cake. So today let's go through and talk through some of our ingredients for our fruit cake. What we've got to start off with is something coarse material. So in nature, this is like weathered material from pre-existing rocks, coarse stuff, gravel, boulders, cobbles, so this big chunky stuff. This in a fruit cake is the coarse material. It's almonds, pecans, cherries, all of the fruit. Now what makes fruit cake really interesting is that it has a sort of gooey sauce to it. And so to make a fruit cake, we actually, let me reach over here real quick and grab this. We have to pour sticky materials like apple juice, honey, or in many cases brandy or rum to create that classic fruit mixture. And this is similar in many cases to what happens in nature. So as rocks are moved through the sedimentary system, as they're weathered and then roll downhill and they smooth out, and you see a lot of these little cherries in here are smooth and round. A lot of the finer grains have been broken off of the edges. So this is a good analogy for what we would call a conglomerate. A conglomerate is a sedimentary rock that has broken down into large chunks, but not any further. Maybe it's close to its source, or maybe it just hasn't been in a very system long enough for it to break down into tiny pieces, okay? So we get these large chunks. So this is the foundation of a fruit cake, but to really make it a complete sedimentary rock, we want to talk about some of the other things that we have to include in it to make it into a cake itself. This is just a pile of fruit. In order to do that, we need to bind it together and lithify it or make it into a sedimentary rock. So let's add some additional ingredients. The first thing we want to add is some fine materials, because as it's working its way down a river, it breaks down into finer and finer materials. And so today we're going to add some sugar sand. And sand is anything that's below about 0.2 millimeters in diameter. So it's fairly easy to see sand by the naked eye. You can see the grains, but really the way you want to know is if you feel it, if you can feel it between your fingers, then it's sand, okay? If you can't feel it, you have to touch your tongue with it. It's something smaller, it's silt. Or if it's clay, you can't even tell that. It just feels slippery on your tongue. So yeah, you see geologists sometimes licking and eating rocks. Well, sometimes you have to. That's how you can identify the type of sediment you're dealing with. The reason why is because they're very, very small grains. The smaller grains get in between the big grains and they act as a binder. And so let's add our sand, or in this case, our sugar, to the bowl and go ahead and start to build our fruit cake. Now, here's a sand. We've got a sandstone in the making with our sand. We've got a conglomerate built over here. What about finer rocks, finer sedimentary rocks? Well, this is flour. Flour is extremely fine, and it's similar to fine silt or a clay because you can't feel the grains very easily. You can a little bit. So this would be really what we would call a silt. This particular recipe takes quite a bit of this. It takes 3.5 cups. So we'll go ahead and put that in now before we mix it. So we have this mixture of different grain sizes of sedimentary rock. Now when we put all of this together, what it's going to do is help compact and make it a very dense rock, or in this case, a very dense cake. Okay? But we really need something to bind it all together. So what are we going to do? In nature, water flows through these rocks and it deposits things like silica or calcite, or oxides like hematite, iron oxide. And these things will bind together the grains and form a solid interlocking bond between them. And we call that lithification. And we can do that in the kitchen by using various liquid artifacts, if you will. For example, we've got good old rainwater here. You know, we'll use this milk to represent that. And the syrup that's in our binder here will also move through and bind up. So that would be because of the material that's in the syrup actually filling the gaps and the pores between the grains. And our eggs. We'll break 5 eggs and we'll put those in as well. So we've got our eggs mixed, and now what we want to do is we want to take our butter and we'll add that in, and we're going to start to mix all of this good stuff together. That's including flour. And wanted to put a little bit of flavor in this because it is a cake, right? A little bit of nutmeg and salt and baking powder. And let's just start mixing. We'll start to mix it all together. So in nature, these ingredients are mixed together because of all the different processes that are at work at the Earth's surface. The sediments are being carried through the system. And what I mean by system is water, ice, wind, moving the sediments around, moving it down river systems, depositing them in lakes and oceans. This is a conveyor belt that never shuts off. And the materials are then encased in fluid, and the fluid are constantly interacting with the rocks, with the air, even with magma, deep molten rock, and gases that come off those liquids as well. So all of this is interacting very dynamically in the Earth's subsurface and near the surface. And so it really takes all those separate ingredients that we've mixed together, and it creates this new rock or new situation that we call geology, right? It's this mix of things that happens through time and the rock cycle, right? And so now we've got this great mix of binder material, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our mixture of coarse gravel and sand in here with the flour. We're going to combine it, right? And this is what nature does. Nature will raise sea level, and it will cause great storms to come by, and all of a sudden in this lake we have this fine layer of sand, and now we dump a bunch of gravel in on top of it and we create a layer. And so like right here on top now you see we have this layer of coarse material or conglomerate, and underneath we have this sandstone or siltstone mixture. It's a fantastic analogy for strata, rock strata in the earth, sedimentary strata. And so obviously from here we would want to keep mixing this together, but it's a great way to kind of look and see how sediments are mixed together, and the binders between them will cement them. Now what we do need to do is bury this rock into the ground to complete the cycle, right? And so as we bury, we're going to go ahead and continue to mix this together. So we have a very nice fruit cake, but in reality, we need to apply some additional energy so that the many minerals that bind together these pieces of gravel, sand, silt, all are energized and do their job underground. And so as we continue mixing this just a little bit more, got to get all the lumps out, of course. Now, nature will bury this into the ground, right? It'll squish it down. Okay, it really won't do that. Well, that's kind of gross, but that'll add good flavor later. But that is what the earth does. It'll dump in another layer and another layer and another layer, and it'll continue to compact that, and the volatile water and all these things will start to come out, and the minerals will start to change. Eventually this will form a rock because of the heat. And providing the heat comes from our friend the oven back here. So we're going to put this in the oven without my hand, and we're going to cook it. And we're going to cook out all of the water and all the volatile elements, and what we'll have left is this solid rock, this solid fruit cake, just like nature does. So we've pulled our beautiful fruit cake out of the oven, and now it's complete. Our sedimentary rock contains a little bit of conglomerate and a little bit of siltstone and sandstone. It's all in there. So it's a wonderful way to celebrate geology while you enjoy a venerable classic cake.